Thank you so much to be here. Thank you so much that I can feel your present and glorious eternal energy. I would like to ask you for no name, no form, nothingness. I would like to ask you for no name, no form, nothingness, to enter and jump to the source into emptiness. Silence, peace, emptiness, love, thereby discover what has always been true, present. Teach me now how to dive deep in the ocean of energy and to live from this part of consciousness in every moment. This is my deepest longing and therefore I am here. Om. What is this?
Uluka.
No. Uluka.
What
is
Uluka? Uluka. Uluka.
What is Uluka? Uluka? Uluka is Uluka. What's your name? Come here. What is his name? What's this name?
Ulrike.
Huh?
Ulrike. Ulrike. It's a normal German name.
German name?
Yeah.
Ulrike. Ulrike. Very good letter. That is very good. Ulrike. When did you come?
Austria.
Huh?
Austria.
Austria?
Yes.
When did you come here?
I am now 2.5 days here.
Two and a half days.
Here. In the Satsang.
Jesus. Austria. From where?
Yeah.
Where from Austria?
Near Salzburg.
Near Salzburg.
Mm-hmm.
Near Salzburg. I lived in Salzburg.
Pardon?
I lived in Salzburg.
Yes?
Yeah.
Where?
In the house, one is a very big painter in Austria. Painter in Austria. And in his house I was living. His name is I got on my book. I came from Alps, Italian borders. I entered in Austria from Italian Alps, from Alps borders and all around. And I was invited by that man because his daughter was with me, lived with me in India in 60s. And she's quite good. She cannot remain hidden. She's 3 times doctorate. This girl, writer and very good, very learned girl. And To enter and jump to the source. As for no name, no form. Okay. Very good. No name, no form. Nothingness. Very nice. Where did you learn these things? With whom did you live? It's very interesting to read this thing. With whom did you live? With which teacher you have been staying to get this terminology?
I lived in the Philippines.
With?
I lived in the Philippines and I have a teacher.
Philippines?
Philippines, yes.
Yeah.
And I have a teacher there. He is a healer.
He is?
A healer. And I think also the life is teaching me. Even the life is teaching me.
I see, very nice. You have not lived with any teacher, not lived with, no. No Indian teacher. No. I see. Very good. This is a self-knowledge, so it comes from, this is a perfect desire, very pure desire. Therefore I was asking, if it is manipulated through someone, it has to rise itself. You see, this is very pure desire for freedom. You see, therefore I ask you, where did you get these terms to speak? Very nice. Therefore, I am happy about this thing. To enter and jump to the source. In the emptiness, silence, peace, love. Thereby discover what has always been true and present. Very nice. Discover. And teach me how to live in this part of consciousness every moment. You see, very nice. This is my deepest longing. Therefore, I am here. Very nice. All these questions that you asked about emptiness, no name, no form, and silence, and source, and jump into this moment and dive deep, ocean, energy, I tell you. Supposing, what's the name you can call it? What's the name of this? This stand for the mic? You see, this is mic, no? This thing is mic. So necessarily there is a knowledge that this is steel, no? This is steel. There is a necessarily this knowledge is there. Though this is something, mic is there, this is a stand, name is there, form is there, you see. but its substratum is, it leads us to think along with this that this is matter automatically. You see, you are asking these questions, so automatically there is a substratum below everything that you are questioning. There is some some hidden thing is emptiness below it, emptiness on which these things are rising. All these names and forms. Therefore, you were speaking. You said no name. See, name has risen, no? So when you say no, and when you say name, there must be some no name concealed in name. Form, no form is also there. All things have nothingness, emptiness. Everything will dissolve into emptiness. So it's concealed there, you see. So when you remove this concept, all other concept has to be removed. And concept is not original, you see. Concept is not, thank you, I. So even this word, I would like to ask you. I would like to ask you, even this thing, this I itself is a concept. All other concepts depend on this concept, I. So now you return to I, okay? Then I will tell you how everything will be washed away. I. When you speak I, something is concealed, which is not showing. Something is concealed. As this stand, something is metal is concealed. It's not showing. You will say it's mic, it's stand like this thing. But steel is not seen. You see. So when you see the form, non-form is concealed. Non-form, when you see the world, substratum of the world is concealed, you see. So when you remove name and form, then you see it. So coming to the I tell you, you say jump, no? Jump. When you don't use the word I, simply don't use this concept. I is a concept. Because you have to utter it. You have to utter it and then keep quiet. And before uttering this thing, before using the word I, uttering the I, where will you pick up this I? You have to pick up somewhere. Do you follow?
Yes.
Yes, very well. When you speak the word I, you are picking up from somewhere, you see. So before you pick up, before it has been picked up and become I, from there you already are there. You don't need any jump. Jump will be when you are here, from here to jump. When you go to swimming pool, then only you will jump. But you are always at a place, you don't need any jump, you don't need anything to remove, anything to understand. It is enough knowledge. And this is not knowledge, not even consciousness. From here, even the consciousness arises with the use of word I. And that's called not even emptiness. Not even emptiness. Not even existence. Nothing is there. You can't have any concept there. That is the truth. That cannot be known, cannot be understood. Only when you put your mind into action, mind into function, then everything will arise. Then I will tell you how not to negate what comes also. Then next time, or next day if you are here, generally I don't speak, but if you ask me a question after this, you first stay here and it takes that much time. Just a wink of eye. Takes that, if you get it, all right. And regarding your name, there is no better name than Om. Calling yourself Om, it has no name, it is not the name, and it has no form also. You can call Oma. To make it feminine, it's neither feminine nor masculine. Om is the name, Oma is the woman, you can call it Oma. You can write like this thing. In this name you will not hold anything, you see. This name is not a name. If it's a name, it's everything, it's consciousness itself. If it's a name, it is name of the consciousness. Name and form, name and sound is same thing. This Om, when we utter, sound and name, original, consciousness is same thing when we utter Om. Therefore we start our Satsang with Om. Means speaking from consciousness. So whenever you speak, tell to your friends, at least they will have occasion to address you, Uma, oh Uma. That means at that time they are in consciousness, you see. Even to repeat a word is a blessed word. Instead of calling someone Mr. Wolf or Mr. Dog, Mr. Jack, or like these things. It's a blessed name, you see. Good luck, everybody.
Second to be, is it not necessary?
How do you say?
Before you said they should try to be 1 second in their own. I think this is not also necessary for me to try. I don't know if I can do it.
Yes, it is. If you need the necessity, if it is necessary. If you feel the necessity, it is necessary. If you feel that you are at home, then it is not necessary to have a map in hand. If you feel you are at home, then you don't need a map in hand. If you feel you are somewhere, then you need a map. Then you need a map or a guide. And that guide tells you the map. And this map is this, of this instant. This is the map to take you to the same place, you see. This is the map to take you the instant of time. This is the map to take you beyond time, to transcend the time, to transcend name and form. Because if you feel at home, some people feel at home because quite few people from the birth they have felt at home. Sukadeva, he felt at home. Another man, Sukadeva, felt at home. And another man was Udalak, another man was there. He, even in the stomach of the, he listened to his father, parents, before birth. Before birth, he listened to his parents and he got enlightenment before birth. Before birth. And in one birth, and some bharta like other in 3 births like this, and there are instances. And one was by birth enlightened, Sukadeva, by birth. He didn't know what is enlightenment, as you write, you see. Therefore I asked you these words, emptiness, enlightenment, consciousness. He never knew. His father speaks, his father was very learned man, and he wanted to teach. Perhaps he must have listened his parents and he got enlightened. So enlightenment came from his birth. And his father wanted to teach his son this Vedanta knowledge of the self. And this boy, he already knows it, so he is not caring. He is not caring to the teaching of his father, you see. And then father thinks he is not listening to me. Perhaps the relationship of the father and the son stood in between. So he sends him to another teacher. And that teacher also knew that he is the son of such and such man and he is sending me for this purpose. And this man is also enlightened man, so he knew because I am the father and this man is enlightened, but then he has to be apprised of the fact that he is enlightened. That's also is very necessary. You must know that you are enlightened, you see. Because there was one man and then he used to supply these raw material like bricks to the building sites. From the river side, he will bring sand and give to the building site. Once he found, digging the sand from the river, he found one ruby he found. So he didn't know the knowledge of ruby. He had some donkeys, bags of sands he will carry on the donkey back and deliver at the site, building sites, and that's all. Daily get some wages, that's all. That shining stone he found, he tied it around the neck of the donkey, that's all. Not knowing. So one man was passing, one diamond merchant was passing, he looked at it, he was surprised. This man is having a diamond worth $50,000 at least, and then he is carrying sand on the donkeys. I don't understand, but he went near. He said, "How much do you want?" He said, $3 for the donkey, $3. Then he took around this rope, this thing, and walked away. This man is thinking he is a very stupid man. He said, "Well, how about the donkey?" He thought he is buying my donkey. And he took away the string and the stone, and this man is very happy. He is a stupid man, he paid me the money and not even taken the donkey. He is happy there. So you have to rise of the fact that you are really carrying a diamond. Then have that piece of stone in the pocket, and how will you walk on the street? Just imagine. Differences. Your walk will be different, your talk will be different, your sight will be different, your behavior will be different, everything will be different. So you must be apprised, you must go to the teacher, you see. And teacher with diamond merchant will tell you assess the value. See what everybody has diamond. Nobody assess the value. The teacher only tells you you are worth a Kohinoor diamond. Only the teacher assesses. You do not know who's inside. Inside is a diamond. And still you are suffering and all that. Everybody has a diamond within the heart. Only he has to be apprised of the fact that he is a rich man already. So you have to come here for only conviction that you don't have. So some people will know it and some people will still need some time to be convinced. Otherwise, the conviction is that you are already that. There is no other teaching. No other teaching except it you are already that. This is the teaching, only teaching is this. All the rest is fraud.
Can we call that? So this is the last sentence?
Fraud. Falsehood. There is so much love and thanks in my heart. Gifts have been showered beyond belief. The very self that has always been there has been reviewed back. A deep and warm silence expresses at all at this better than these few words. Truth is, I bask in silence. I cherish these priceless gifts received through your grace and the loving support of the Satsang family. Thank you, Master of Masters, from the deepest depth of my being, Swami Dhyan. Thank you. Okay, good. That is who is this man?
Master. Yes.
Come. Yeah.
I feel like what you've just been saying, I've gotten so confused over the years because I've had this experience before. And I feel like over time I've gotten, that's why I asked you about arrogance and confidence the other day.
Yeah.
I feel like I've gotten, I feel like I'm here to have this experience again, and you just said, if you already know this place, then you don't have to take the leap. And I'm totally confused about everything. I feel like I know this place without knowing it, and then I also feel like I'm covered and protected, and then I get afraid to be it, express it.
Who is responsible for this confusion? If the owl does not see the sun, whose fault is this? Is it the fault of other people who say there is a sun? Owl will say there is no sun. Why? Whose fault is this? He says, I am confused when people say there is sun, there is sun. Everybody speaks. They are all very stupid people, foolish people. So I am confused. It's better let them bark outside. It's better, my hole is blessed. I stay in my hole. That's all.
I feel that's what happened.
Yes.
And I started following.
Yeah.
I didn't want to blame it on other people. Maybe I just wasn't mature enough. Or maybe that I just followed the mind. Or maybe it just wasn't deep enough. I keep asking myself those questions. And then
everybody comes to remove the confusions, you see. To remove the confusion. Confusion has to be from the past. Confusion has to be from the past and not present. What we are speaking of the very present moment, present from the present, of the present moment we are speaking. And let those people who want to keep up their confusion, let them keep. We are speaking of this present moment, in the present, of the presence only. You see, that's what we speak about. We are stealing 1 second out of the present even, that much. And I don't think that can confuse anyone. You are seeing results all over the world.
I get afraid to do it again.
What are you speaking? I got afraid, I got confused. Why don't you do as other people little while ago they have done? Why were you running to graveyard? Confusion is graveyard. When these people were in the rose garden, what business do you have to go to graveyard? This confusion lives in the grave of the graveyard. See? When you speak confusion, okay, where do you find it? Is it not a graveyard? You tell me.
Yes.
And then we are in the rose garden. And you are speaking of the graves and you are digging the graves, and after dug out, what will you find? A skeleton, and you are making research on this skeleton, what it could be 100 years ago. You are seeing the back and top of that skeleton, what it is hanging in the skeleton, isn't it?
I am also seeing a barking dog.
Huh?
I'm also seeing a barking dog.
What?
A barking dog that keeps. I feel I get covered by this barking dog instead of coming out of the graveyard and saying, I want you to stay here. And I came finish.
The dogs are always in the graveyard. They want to eat the flesh of the dead. You see, there are many dogs inside, many other animals also. They make holes also inside the grave to eat the dead. Many holes, many animals are there. If you go to graveyard, you see. Yes. Come out of the graveyard, go to botanical garden, come on. Speak to roses, speak to lotuses, yes, speak. Go near the lotus flower. Many lotuses are there. What do you speak? What do you see? Does it bark to you? Simply you stand in front of the lotus or rose flower. Does it bark to you?
No.
What does it give you? What does it give you? Eh?
Beauty.
What does it give you? You stand in front of the
Peace.
rose. Gives you smell, perfume, without asking. Without asking. If even you don't ask, it will give you perfume, okay? And beauty. And what you will give to in return, what will give to rose? Barking, confusion, and you will see he is not happy. He is not happy. You bark at the rose, you will see he is down. You abuse the rose, you see, you speak very well. Oh, you are beautiful. You can speak to the rose, you know. Yeah, very good. Karma.
I feel barked at a lot. I feel barked.
Karma, what to do? Karma vidtaryo nahi tare. Kabir also says. Karma vidit. He was also very angry with people, never listen to him. He got very angry with them. Yeah. Then he says, you keep quiet. People were not listening to him also. All his life he has been teaching without anything. All 24 hours teaching. Kabir, Saint Kabir, you must have heard him. But some people were not listening. Even then, he says, he was sorry for them. He was weeping for them, he says. He was weeping. Then he says, oh Kabir, don't weep, don't weep, don't weep. Like the stone grinder, all these grains are being crushed. All the grains are being crushed in the stone mill. No? Why do you weep? They'll be all crushed. Why do you weep? Those who are near the center of the pivot, they will be safe. You know? We found it. Those who stay near the pivot, they are very safe. Staying near the pivot is in Satsang, you see. They will not be crushed. He was also very sorry. He wanted to help everyone, but still people were not being benefited by it. What to do? Then he says, you keep quiet, you see. You keep quiet. Then he spoke these words, what is all these are being crushed like the grains, they are crushed day and night. They are being crushed by death. And this windmill is death. They all will be crushed. And if you want to be eternal, safe, come near the pivot center where these are joining. You see, Indian stone mill, ladies do at home. No? Yeah. So, your name is Uma. Okay, no name, no form. You got nothing to do, this is enough. This world is enough. This is beginning, middle, end. That is said. One Upanishad is there, if you can buy that and see it. Om Etad Aksharam Brahm. This word itself is absolute Brahman. That's what the sutras declare. This word alone is Brahman, means truth itself, absolute truth, consciousness itself. And this is waking, dreaming, sleeping, turiya, turiyatit and beyond. All this word Om. Yes, it's all this and yet beyond. This is what it denotes, this word, this means this thing. It rises from there, it's not a word, it rises. When you speak, when you utter, this figure comes in this space. So someone has got it in the vision. So it is brought in this shape. You can see it in the vision. Someone has experienced it. It's not a word to be uttered, unutterable word. It's only to be concentrated, contemplated. And when you contemplate on this, it is Brahman itself, truth itself, consciousness itself, emptiness itself, and that denotes it. This lower part is waking, other is dreaming, and beyond is the sleep, and this is fourth state, and this is nothingness. Beyond this dot is nothingness. Where are you staying here?
In Satya's house. In Satya's house.
In?
Satya's house.
Gomtinada.
Satya, with Satya? You knew her? Did you know her before? Did you know her? No?
No, I just came here and
Good.
happened.
Oh, very nice. Good. Oh. Okay, very nice. Oh, you are coming from the train?
From plane, yes.
Plane, yes. Good. Very nice. But she's gone to Switzerland?
Yes, she'll be there now.
Huh?
She's in Switzerland now.
Now there. Good. Very nice. Sure. Okay.